This is a pretty incredible machine. So the power banks, we see them all over the place. This right here, this big daddy is the Comvolt4200, like this. So this is the Comvolt4200. That 4200 refers to 4200 watt hour capacity, like this. So this is the Comvolt4200. That 4200 refers to 4200 watt hour capacity. Of course, it functions. It's got some couple other special features, but let's cover a few of the basics. It's got an inverter in it, 3600 watt peak, and an AC sustained power output of 1500 watts. So you got AC on button over there. It's got a little fan that kicks on. Now, kind of going back to the camping model, about 2 cups of water in here. Now, the AC outlets on this bad boy are back here, and you've got 2 of them. I'll flip it around here in a little bit in greater detail, but let's get this bad boy fired up. And as you guys can see right there, it looks like we're pulling 826 watts. Look at that right there. That's the estimated. So this is what the digital monitor, it's actually a touch screen. So to give you a battery percentage, that number right there based on its current load is the estimated runtime. That's going to show the output watts, but it also has other menus, so you can scroll through. This thing has Bluetooth, and this is like a setting page right here, so you can change a variety of things. So that's pretty nice. 2 chargers, so you can charge it 2 of them at the same time, 40 amp max. So they've got a USB plug here with the power delivery option, the PD plug, and a standard USB at the bottom. These are nice because it's called power delivery, and it allows for fast charging of things like phones, tablets, and stuff like that. It's funny, this whole power bank weighs 64 pounds, but it's dimensionally really small. I mean, you can kind of see the size of my hand or my forearm here as a reference. All right, so it looks like our water is about boiling here. But if you wanted something quick, sometimes using these electric kettles are nice. So, which is sometimes the standard 10 amp outputs here are just not enough juice for. So all right. So we got 2 cooling fans, the solar input, so it does have a solar charge controller, 400 watt max and whatever your solar input, your solar panel essentially would have to range from 20 to 45 volts. This is incredible. You could actually hardwire this in to a, like a standard electrical conduit, say if you were going to use this as a dedicated unit in a camper. Get 2 AC outputs on the side here. The solar input is via an XT60. If you pull this off here, it's an Anderson plug, okay? You can actually, if you really needed more battery capacity than this, they actually make another battery that you can actually wire into parallel into this. So you could, I think it's also a 4200 watt, so you could double your capacity. I can't stress how big of a battery this is. That is a lot of capacity. The thing is, you can even jump start a car with it. A jump starter here. Now this one plugs into the XT90s that were on the front. All right, so hooking up a DC to DC charger, that means hooking up a charging unit to the battery of your car that can actually charge your power station or other setup, and ultimately that would go all the way back. All right, probably one of the more challenging parts about hooking up the DC to DC charger is not necessarily actually hooking up the wires to the charger itself, but it's routing it through your vehicle. All right, so we got them hooked up to the battery terminals, obviously negative to negative, positive to positive. Plugged in right here into one of our inputs. We've got 93%. Let's go fire it up. So we're at 93%. Now this is pretty impressive. This is showing that we're having just under 400 watts coming in from that DC to DC charger there. So that's impressive. That's a fair amount of power. These things work, and it works. That was easy to install, no problems. We got our little fridge plugged in here. These things are pretty self-explanatory. This just plugs in cigarette lighter. Now, let's figure out and get this heater running here. Let's talk a little bit about it. Sorry about that. Over here in the other cigarette lighter socket. All right, let's see what this output temp is here. 100, it's kind of bouncing around. I think as high as 160 degrees though. It's definitely warm. It's definitely working well. All right, guys, I hope that video was helpful and gave you guys some ideas. Thanks for watching.